let's talk about an idea so big, so wild, it could completely change how you think about, well, everything. What if our reality, our entire universe, isn't made of stuff at all? What if it's all just pure information, running on some kind of cosmic source code?
Okay, to get our heads around this, let's start with a question that, honestly, I thought was pretty simple. What even is gravity?
You know, we all learned the classic story in school, right? It's this mysterious, invisible force that pulls apples from trees and keeps our feet planted firmly on the ground.
But what if that whole story is just not quite right? What if gravity isn't actually a force pulling you down, but something much, much stranger?
What if what we call gravity is really just a side effect, an illusion created by time itself slowing down? Yeah, you heard me right. What if gravity is just cosmic lag?
Okay, I know that sounds absolutely insane. How could a lag in time possibly make something fall? Stick with me here, let's break it down.
So check this out. Anything with mass, like the Earth, doesn't just bend space. It actually warps the flow of time around it. I mean, right now, time is literally moving a tiny, tiny fraction of a second slower at your feet than it is at your head. And it turns out that everything in the universe naturally just drifts toward wherever time is passing the slowest for it. So you're not being pulled down, you're just flowing downhill through time. We just happen to call that feeling gravity.
Okay, but that just opens up a whole new can of worms, doesn't it? If a time lag is what creates gravity, then what on Earth creates the time lag? Why would a planet slow down time to begin with?
Well, to even begin to answer that, we have to start looking at the universe in a completely different way. Imagine for a moment that the universe is a giant information processor, a cosmic computer.
In this new model, we have to stop thinking of mass as stuff. Instead, think of it as pure information. An object with a lot of mass, like a planet, is just a region with an incredible density of quantum information. It's like a gigantic, uncompressed data file containing all the possible states and locations of all of its particles.
And do you know what happens when you try to open a massive, uncompressed file on your computer, right? It struggles. It gets slow. In the same way, this dense clump of quantum information puts a huge strain on the universe's CPU, which has to calculate and update the state of every single particle from one moment to the next.
And boom, there it is. That's the connection. What we experience as time slowing down is really just the universe's processor lagging, because it's struggling to compute all that information. So gravity isn't some mysterious force. It's cosmic lag.
All right, so this is where it gets even weirder. If the universe is a computer and gravity is its lag, then what are we? Are we the users? What part do we play in all this?
Down at the tiniest quantum level, things are fuzzy. A particle isn't in any one specific place. It exists as a cloud of possibilities. But according to this idea, the moment we observe it, the moment we look, we force it to pick one. It's just like in a video game where the world isn't rendered in high detail until you turn your character to look at it. Our observation is what renders reality from a blur of maybes into a single concrete thing.
Okay, but hold on a second. If I'm rendering my reality and you're rendering yours, how can we both agree that the moon is up there? Why isn't everything just a chaotic, subjective mess?
Well, it turns out the universe has a really powerful syncing system, kind of like a server for a massive multiplayer online game. First off, it's not just us looking. Every single photon of light and every air molecule that bumps into an object counts as an observation, constantly locking things into place. Second, when we both look at the same thing, our quantum information gets linked, the technical term is entangled, and that forces our individual realities to sync up into one shared world. And the high-speed data packet that's zipping around making all this happen, that's light.
Now, what's amazing is this whole computer idea might also give us an answer for one of the biggest puzzles in all of science. Why is the universe expanding? To get this, we have to totally rethink what space even is. It's not some empty box that things happen inside of. In this view, space is the network. It's the web of connections and relationships between all the particles.
So think about it. Every single time one of those quantum maybes gets locked into a definite yes through an observation, a new piece of information has just been created. A new bit of data has been written. And just like any computer, that data has to be stored somewhere. And the universe's solution to this storage problem is kind of brilliant. It just adds more hard drive space. It literally inserts new quantum bits, new pixels of reality, into the network itself. And when that happens, what do we see? We see the fabric of space itself expanding. Okay, so prepare yourself, because this all leads to what might be the single most mind-blowing idea in this entire framework. If our universe really is a giant computer, where is that computer physically located? Where is this whole operating system running?
When you look at the math, the parallels are kind of spooky. Our universe started from a single point of infinite density. So does a black hole. Our universe has a boundary we can't see past, the edge of the observable universe. A black hole has an event horizon. Our universe is expanding. The surface area of a black hole grows as it swallows more stuff. The math fits so well that some physicists seriously propose that our entire universe might exist on the inside of a black hole from some other larger parent universe.
So, where do we fit into all of this? What does this cosmic operating system, this universe in a black hole, mean for you, for your conscious experience, right here and right now?
You know, most of the laws of physics don't really care about before and after. They work just fine forwards or backwards in time. But there's one process that is absolutely a one-way street: observation. Once a possibility becomes a fact, once you've created a memory of it, you can't go back, you can't unsee it. It's like the universe is constantly hitting the save button, and you can't unsave. That constant, irreversible process, that might just be what we experience as the arrow of time.
And that leaves us with this final, incredible thought. If this is even remotely true, you're not just some passive observer, some passenger along for the ride. You are an active participant. Your consciousness, the simple act of you paying attention and observing the world, is part of the very process that's rendering reality into existence. You're helping to write the code of the universe, one moment at a time.